Hi, Isabelle.
Hey.
So great to see you. Thanks for having us today. We're super curious about your collection. But first, let's have some tea.
Yes, come on in.
Thank you so much for inviting us. Let's have a seat. Are you ready to answer our 40 questions and take us through your plant journey?
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little something about yourself. Besides collecting plants, what do you do?
I work as a content marketer at a company that sells potting soils and plant fertilizers. So it's also a job that's really related to my plant hobby. And my cat is saying hi.
How, where and when did your love for plants start?
It started around COVID. I had a lot of spare time, so I bought a cutting and I really enjoyed growing it. So I bought more and more and more. And then I also got into more rare plants and then I ended up with a lot of plants.
What do your friends and family think about your plant hobby?
Yes, they think it's great and they support me and they think it's really lovely in my home.
That's so sweet. How many plants do you have?
Well, I didn't count for a long time, but I think I have more than 100.
Whoa. Do you consider yourself a plant addict?
Yes, I do.
Why did you start your plant Instagram account?
Because I didn't want to annoy my friends and family on my private account. So I started another account to share my plant love with other plant lovers.
What was your first plant and is it still alive?
Yes, my first rare plant was Maranta lemon lime and it is still alive now, even after 2.5 years.
Oh, can we see her?
Yeah, sure. It is in my greenhouse cabinet. There it is, still pretty small. It never grew any bigger than this, but it's still thriving, so I'm happy.
What is the last plant you got?
The last plant was a big Monstera deliciosa.
What is your favorite plant at the moment?
It's this one up here, the Billietier.
What is your easiest plant?
That's for sure the Epipremnum aureum.
And what is your most dramatic plant? Must be a Calathea.
Actually, I do not own any Calathea anymore because of that. It is this one, Spatifilum. And if I don't water her enough, then she's just drooping. And then I give her water again and she's happy again.
What plants do you regret buying?
Plant that I regret buying. Calathea, of course.
And what is your wishlist plant?
My wishlist plant is Monstera aurea.
What is your most expensive plant?
That's Monstera type constellation.
And your biggest plant?
That must be my Monstera deliciosa.
Suppose your house burns down and you only get to save one plant. Which one would it be?
Monstera deliciosa. No, Monstera type constellation.
Could you share your best plant care tip?
Better underwater than overwater.
What plant would you recommend to beginner plant parents?
I would recommend Epipremnum aureum.
Okay, this question is fun. What is your favorite substrate or substrate mix?
It is actually Le Coutapon because it made my life so much easier with more than 100 plants.
Do you prefer colorful or natural plant pots?
Natural plant pots.
A DIY moss bowl or a ready-made moss bowl?
Ready-made.
Watering routine or just go with the flow?
Go with the flow.
Who's plant sitting your plants when you're on holiday?
My mother-in-law, and she's doing a great job.
Oh. Do you prefer white or colorful variegation?
I prefer white.
Where do you get your plant knowledge from?
From YouTube and the internet, but also learning by doing, making a lot of mistakes.
What do you do when your plants have a plague?
If it is really, really bad, then I cut like the whole plant down so it can grow again, because yeah, the leaves won't grow pretty again. And otherwise I spray it with like a natural spray, or I use nematodes.
Do you use grow lights to grow your plants?
Yes, it's over here, my greenhouse.
If you could cross two plants with each other, which would they be?
I think it will be a vining and acacia dragon skill.
What is the most crazy, funny story about a plant?
Well, one time when I still lived at my parents', I read that bottom watering was really good, so I put all the plants in the bathtub, and it was awful. Like the whole bed was with soil, and my mom just got crazy. And I never did it again.
That's better, I think.
Yeah.
What is the biggest problem you face when taking care of your plants?
Plagues, thrips.
Yeah.
I get it like every so months.
Which plant is the easiest to propagate?
Epipremnum also.
Very easy. What is the most ridiculous myth you heard about plants?
That plants purify your air in the house. I think you have to create like a whole jungle inside of your home to have air purifying benefits.
What are you most proud of when it comes to your plants?
To keep so many alive.
Have you made any new friendships thanks to your love of plants?
Not really friendships, but I do have a really nice conversation with some followers.
What tip do you have for people who also want to start a plant collection?
Start with easy plants and build from that.
If you could only buy plants from one plant family, which one would it be?
Monstera.
Rooting in water or rooting in soil?
In water. I really like to see the roots grow.
Do you prefer big or small plants?
Small plants, so I can have many of different kinds.
Do you have any favorite plant bloggers or Instagrammers that you follow for inspiration?
Yes, I really like Mama Botanica and De Huistijgerin and Fama Botanica.
So we're already at question 40. What is your ultimate plant dream?
My ultimate plant dream is to go on a holiday to like a jungle and see all the plants that I grow inside my home in nature.
That's so nice. Thank you so much for answering our questions and showing us your collection. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we do.
Yeah, thank you for coming.